Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fair Trade Friday. And as you can see, I am not in my normal spot. I'm in my space in Fair Trade Long Beach. I am totally overhauling my space here. I've worked on some of the shelves. I got some different fixtures in. You kind of have to do that in this space. I just got a really cool thing. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday with the intention of picking up a couple of things. And when I went up to the cash register, the lady said, did you buy out all the housewares area, the decoration goods area? I thought, maybe I did. I think a couple things I'm not going to use. I just bought several things to test it out. I'm doing some today and putting in some things tomorrow. So if you're in Long Beach, stop on by. Fair Trade Long Beach, if you don't know, is a retail collective. How many do we have now? 25? 25. Yeah, we have about 25. That's Teresa back there. Let's see. I call her Sync, Commander in Chief, Fair Trade Long Beach. And she holds the fort down here. And this is my space. There's 25 different partners here from different countries around the world and local as well. You can kind of see, I'll just kind of do a little kind of a span around. We have a lot of really nice body care products. There's all kinds of clothing and gifts, all from different countries. And we even have a school here from Compton. I think I'll walk around so you guys can see some of the. Oh, and then this is my favorite. You've heard me talk a lot about chocolate. So here's some fair trade chocolate right here. And then we have fair trade coffee. This is our actual coffee for Fair Trade Long Beach. And there's all kinds of other different chocolates here. My favorite chocolate is right over here, which is the Lily's. It's sugar free. I like the dark chocolate the best. And you've heard me talk. I talked a lot about it last week about making a choice to do something fair trade. And if you eat chocolate, if you're a chocolate eater, or you drink coffee or tea, those are some good things to start with fair trade if you're not already doing some type of fair trade product purchase. And these are some great, you can kind of see on the back, it'll say where it's certified, and it will talk about different things about the being fair trade, and what that means for, if you haven't been listening about that, is that the people that are producing the products are getting fair wages. There's no slave labor, there's no forced child labor, and the chocolate industry is a big actually offender of that. And if you haven't gone to Google chocolate, I share about this every week. Google that, check it out. But if you're not picking something fair trade yet, pick something, one thing. There's oftentimes we can't take in a lot of information. When I was studying NLP many years ago, neuro linguistic programming, they said you take in 7 plus or minus chunks of information at a time. And a lot of times people are like, oh, I just can't think of it, all that stuff. Who's making my clothes or who's making my products? If you just make a conscious effort to just do one thing as a start, that'll help a group more than you know, and it'll take things away from those that are forced labor and child labor and people that aren't getting paid. They aren't getting paid up front, or they're not getting paid a fair wage. As I've always mentioned about what I do at Baskets and Beads, I buy the products up front. So everything that I have has already been purchased, and then I resell and buy more. So they don't have to wait to get their money until I sell it. I buy it from them up front and I pay them immediately. This last trip, I got all the order. They were paid before I left, and that was all. We verified everything on a spreadsheet, so I have to verify that I got the quantities, and if there are anything that needs rework, that goes back and that's deducted from what I'm purchasing, and we verify all that between me and Layla, our director in Kenya. We sit down and verify all that, and then the ladies get paid, so they don't have to wait. Anyway, I'll walk you around the store a little bit. This is Entretopia, which is a middle school in Compton, and they're teaching them how to be entrepreneurs. I actually took a lot of their soaps to the ladies. They have soaps and other things that they make. They actually learned how to make the paper beads. And then this is one of our local body care. I took some of these soaps as well. Oh, it looks like she has some new things here. That smells good. I might have to take that home with me. So this is a great little, I guess actually got my daughter some of this for her birthday, and then I took some of the soaps to the ladies as well, and some of the other people that I was visiting with. I took some of the body scrub. We have Senegal over here. This used to be my space, and it's they have these really cool little drums now. I have to get one of these. It's got such a nice little sound. Maybe it'll calm Gracie out. This is a new partner here. Anyway, we have a lot of different things. This is Teresa's area. Um, and then this is another new partner who recently, she has some holistic products. I love this. This is deodorant, and it's paraben free, and it smells very good. So we have a lot of different uh, vendors here with all types of different things. You can get something for yourself. You can get something for a friend, but shopping fair trade. So we have a lot of things. And then we have an area upstairs, Sustainable LBC, which is, there's some pre-loved clothing and some other things up there. So you can stop by Fair Trade Long Beach next Saturday. If you're in the area, mark it on your calendar for second Saturday. We're going to be out in the Parkview Village here having our second Saturday fair. So you want to come for that. But this is my space. And then over here, I have my space too. Actually, I showed some of these last week. These shirts, I have them here and I have them online in black and blue and green. So those are here, and I don't have these online because I only have a few of them. But I have skirts here and here also that I've added. And I'm going to be adding some more things. Oh, and I brought these cute little bags back, and I only brought 4 of them back, so I don't have them online. I have them here in the shop, but I do have a lot of these purses online and a lot of some of the other things, so you can go check that out. Um, oh, the product of the week. The product of the week is doggy bandanas. And I've put them up, I've put a lot of them up online. I have to finish putting the other ones up online, but you may have seen some of the, you can see these online already. They're there, but I've got the really cool doggy bandanas, and they're online. They're going to be going in the shop here this weekend. Different colors. Gracie was the model for those. So you can go check those out as well. A lot of really cool. This is my favorite color. This is a reversible. Some of them are reversible and some of them are, like for instance, this one is the same on both sides. And you can turn it down like that and have a little kind of collar type of thing, or you can just do it like that. And they're all washable. Some of them are out of the wax print fabric, and some of them are just out of the Ankara cotton. So check it out at Baskets and Beads Kenya, and soon to be here in Fair Trade Long Beach. I want to share about something today. I had a interesting situation at work, and my good friend and veteran brother Larry Broughton taught me this phrase: offer patience, grace, and forgiveness freely and often. And my pastor, Pastor Rick Warren at church, always says extra grace required. You have to have extra grace for people. And I've mentioned before, above my desk, I have a sign that says "Be kind." Well, somebody was like, I'm not going to go into the whole situation, but somebody was really unkind to me today, very snarky in the email that I received, and it was so bad that I was shaking. I was so angry, and I was really upset, and had a little anxiety from it. But the the thing that I did not do, and the thing that's very important, this is one of the things, like a negotiator strategies, is to leave emotion out. You don't want to respond in emotion, and I was very emotional, and I really wanted to, in writing, rip somebody apart, but I chose to take Gracie for a walk before I came up here and kind of breathe through it. I was still shaking when I got in the car to come up here, but since I got in the car, I drove. I've been working in my space, which work is good for healing things like that. And now I'm calm. I'm going to wait. I decided to wait until Tuesday to deal with it after I calm down. And I've made the mistake before where I react and I just like shoot off something, some email, or I and it's probably been about, I don't know, it's way before COVID since the last time I did something like that. And, I'm not perfect. So most of the time I'm able to respond by just like, hey, I'm not going to respond right now. And that's what I chose to do this time. It's very important when somebody upsets you, uh, to leave emotion out. Like I said, that's a think like a negotiator strategy. And what does that mean? You cannot, the last strategy in my book is you can't negotiate with crazy. There's no way to negotiate with crazy. And crazy is not somebody that's mentally impaired. Crazy means that they're so emotionally upset one way or the other that you can't have a conversation with them. Or maybe their values are so polar opposite of yours that there's no way you're going to have a discussion to come to any kind of agreement. So in this case, I was upset and I was not going to respond with that kind of emotion, because if I did that, it was just going to end up being a tit for tat type of thing. Somebody else on my team actually said something that empowered the other person to then put me down. She put me down. She's very snarky. It was very condescending, and I didn't appreciate it. But I will deal with that on Tuesday after I have calmed down and can approach it in a more professional way and look at my side of the street. Did I do something that may have triggered that? What can I look at? Is there something I need to clean up? And then I need to address it with both of those people, but in a professional way. And they copied my boss on it, and it's like, oh, okay, this is getting way out of hand. So I breathe through it, and by the time Tuesday gets around, I'll be in a headspace where I can deal with it as a leader instead of as somebody who's upset. Because you can't, like I said, you can't negotiate with crazy. There's no way to have a discussion to get to a resolution, actually, that to get to a good resolution when one or the other or both are coming from an emotional perspective. And it was kind of starting to heat up to that, and I didn't do anything. I don't know that I did anything to cause that, but it was kind of like, oh well, basically your Air Force ways are idiotic and we don't do it like that here, and you need to get trained and do it the way we want you to do it. I don't want to go into too much detail with it, but it was the way it came across is very snarky. Well, it was intended to be snarky. And I got upset and I breathed, like I said, I breathed through it. And now Tuesday, when I go back, I'll be able to handle it professionally and get my point across in a professional manner instead of from an emotional perspective. So I just wanted to share a little bit about that. Shout out to my Air Force brother and friend Larry. He had, that's a great insight. I actually have it at the bottom of my email, highlighted bold in green. Offer grace, patience, and forgiveness freely and often. And it's something that I was talking to another friend of mine, and she was saying that statistics show that people are being uh, bullied more at work. People are fighting more at work. There's more negativity around. So what can you do to turn that around to a more positive thing? There's a lot of volatility going on, and that kind of stuff just doesn't hold water. It's not good. It's not good for productivity. It's not good for relationships. It's not good for anything. So I'm looking at a way that I can spin this in a positive way to be uplifting and at the same time be educational to how we can do things better next time and not come across that way. Maybe I was appearing uncooperative and that triggered something, but I have to look at my side, but then I have to bring up whether I was doing this or that. That didn't give you the permission to then be condescending and cutting me down and putting me down for the way that happened. Anyway, that's just my little insight for Fair Trade Friday. And actually, I'm wearing my Fair Trade shirt from Fair Trade Long Beach, and in my favorite color, blue. But I'm not wearing any beads because I'm here in my working in my space. I'm on this shelf now. I've done this shelf, And this shelf, and this shelf. I still have a lot to do. Don't think I'll finish it all tonight, so I'm coming back tomorrow. I actually have to do that spot over there. I've got the outside done, but the inside needs a lot of work, including dusting and cleaning it up. And I've got the disinfectant wipes to disinfect. I also have to do this space over here. One of the other things that I carry are socks from a place called Conscious Step. Each pair of these socks are made in India. Each pair of these socks does supports an organization. So these plant trees. My favorite ones, which I've sold out of, are the kitty cats. I had to get more of those. Those are coming in purple. But we even have socks that protect penguins. It's cute. Socks that give books. One of the popular socks for both men and women. Socks that protect sloths. All kinds of good things. I do still have some masks. Some people are still wearing masks, so I'm going to offer a special on those here, and two for the price of one type of thing. And I've got soapstone, I got paper beads, I have all kinds of really cool things here. So if you are local to Long Beach, stop by and check out Fair Trade Long Beach. It's a great place to get gifts to give back. So I didn't want to. I'm kind of in the middle of. I can't really sit down because I put too much stuff here. I didn't bring a chair today, but that's kind of all I wanted to share about today. And one of my calls, when I have a call with one of my friends, we do Marco Polo back and forth. And the last thing we share are the three things that we're grateful for. So the three things I'm grateful for today before I sign off are, one, that I was able to not respond in emotion when a situation came up that negatively affected my emotions. Another thing is I'm grateful that I was able to go to Kenya and spend time with the ladies there before they shut everything down again. There are parts of Kenya where the ladies are is shut down again. And third, I'm grateful for my health. Without your health, you can't do anything. And I've started to do, I have a little yoga app. I've started to do yoga again. And I was doing this yoga this morning, and my son's dog, Gracie, decided she was going to lay across my legs while I was doing yoga. And I thought, okay, what am I supposed to do now? She weighs like 40 pounds, I think, by now. She's huge. And flop right across my legs. What am I supposed to do with that? Okay. But I've started to do some yoga, and I'm tightening up the diet a little bit because I want to release some of this COVID weight and get back to being in better shape, because got a lot of work to do with the things we're going to do in Kenya. And okay, Layla, if you're listening, we need to start my Swahili lessons. I'll talk about that more on Swahili Sunday. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share. If you haven't checked out the website with the pictures of the ladies from the photo shoot, I have which necklaces? If you go look at the Layla, which is this one, it's not this color, but if you go look at the Layla necklace, you'll see a lot of photos of the ladies modeling the new ones we have. I think the Helen is another one that I did, and the Akuleo. So if you go check those out, you can see pictures of the ladies. I'm going to be adding more photos. They all modeled paper beads. I need to change the paper beads up. It takes a minute to get all that up on the website, but check that out. Go check out the dog bandanas. You see Gracie modeling. She's so cute. She's a good model. And if you have a dog, I know there is one person who does rescue dogs. Need to get with her. But if you have a dog that would like to model some doggy bandanas for the website, let me know, and we'll get together and get a couple photos and get them up there so they can be doggy models. All right, everybody. I hope you all have a great night, and you can. Oh yeah, I'm looking here at the comments. Yeah, it can be hard to keep emotion out of things. It's hard not to respond. let me tell you, it was a challenge because I started to say some things and I was reading. I'm like, no, no, you're too emotional. You can't do it. You got to walk away. So I actually left work a little early. I shut down my computer and left because I was just livid. And yeah, you have to keep the emotion out for your own mental well-being as well as anybody else's. So um, all right, everybody. Also, one other thing, my fundraiser for my birthday ended, raised about $1,000 for school fees. We're still raising money for school fees. We're still raising money for food packs. You can go to the basketsandbeadskenya.org if you want to donate there. I'll be talking more about that on Swahili Sunday. So, all right, everybody. This time I am for real going to go, and I will see you all soon. Nakupenda.